a video earlier this year talking about the state of modern zombies and my opinions on it, primarily from an atmosphere sort of standpoint. I played 25 rounds of the Black Ops 7 beta zombies, and I think that's all I needed to form a first impression opinion. I used every weapon, packed a handful, took in the small environment for what it was, tried to notice things I liked as well as issues from the past that may not have been addressed, all that. Because I had complaints from Bo 6 that date back to Cold War as well, like precious atmosphere, lame gun personalities, and all that. Of course, zombies is more than that, so maybe I'll cover more than that here. So does Black Ops 7 give me hope? It's already hard to talk about hope and progress with COD as a series because you really want to see some good things and be able to praise them, but it just feels like it's lost a lot of its identity. After Bo 3, people felt it was going downhill, but slowly. Then after MW 2019's success, the constant similarities that felt like every game was the same game over and over felt more and more, splitting a lot of the fan base, leaving people torn. But I won't ramble too much because I want to just get to the main point here. Basically, does Black Ops 7 Zombies give me any sort of hope? Like positives, negatives, neutrals, so let's take a look. So after entering the map, taking a look around, it's not bad. It's got an uninviting feeling in a good way. I've always said it doesn't have to be at night, but the setting for this location is good. The night isn't just night, if that makes sense. It feels like Night of the Living Dead. There's a good skybox, nothing outlandish, but not plain and boring either. The surrounding environment tells a story of a ravaged Earth from these hungry corpses, as well as a feeling of seclusion to set the feeling of I need to survive. The way the air changes for the dog rounds, or Ravagers, I think they're called, the orange hue we get is real good, but I will say I don't like the audio that's being played during the round. It kind of loses some tension, like it's not very zombie-esque to me. There's a great haze, fog, making it eerie. The loading in and start of the map sound is good. They've got the classic End of Dog round original soundtrack, that round change music is fair as well. I think one last thing I didn't notice much of, but maybe that's on me and my audio settings. I think it's missing some periodic ambience, atmospheric audio going on, like music or environmental noises. You know, like Der Riese always had that clock ticking in the background, pretty much no matter where you were on the map. Or Origins had the robots, footsteps, and those noises going on, or that orchestral occasional soundtrack that would play every so often. The one they reuse in the Tomb, you know? I feel like those things are little things, but they add a lot. All of these things that I just mentioned play a crucial role in creating a good atmosphere, and they've done some good, I will say that. Better than their past two entries so far. Now this is just for a small section of the launch map, so there's only so much to say, but based off of this little survival map portion, overall it feels a cut above Black Ops 6 so far. Getting more into the gameplay now, I'll start with, I'm not a fan of the zombies being so quick to jog at you. I know this ain't the first time they've done it, the past entries have had this issue as well. It's kind of like a minor issue as well, I know. But I like the slow burn of them just kind of stumbling and dragging themselves at you for the first few rounds, then getting more aggressive as the rounds go on, which may be a minor thing there, but. Next, the guns, better. My previous video I mentioned how these guns feel boring, bland, too similar, lacking their own identity or personality. A good chunk of this simply comes from how you or your character interacts with the gun. The way they run with it, the way it handles, and most importantly, the reload animation. Is it just a boring ass pull the mag out of frame, simply put new one in the same way? Or is it smooth, a little unique, sprinkled with just a pinch of flair? I feel like one huge thing COD did when they went with MW 2019 and continued to roll with its gunplay and style, so many guns lost personality when they just focused on realism and better sound design. The reloads are all just pull mag out in the most plain Jane way, put new one in the same way. As I said earlier, I used every weapon except the OG ray gun to some extent. And I can confidently say at least 50% feel like they've got some personality, some good traits, some different and nice reloads. Better than Bow 6 and much better than Cold War. I can even show the clip again from my last video. If every reload is like this, absolute snooze fest. Boring. Honk shoe, me. But at least we're getting somewhere now, and obviously there's more weapons to judge in the full release. Well, if you're getting it at least. I'll wait for a sale. They've lost my trust to get it at launch or for full price. I'll do a quick little snippet of the reloads together here, show you what I mean by smooth or a pinch of flare, etc.
Goddamn box. Oh yeah, I can work with this.
As well as now, guns also look a bit easier to distinguish, a little more unique and diverse now, lively even. You know how when we entered the PS3, Xbox 360 generation of gaming, and like 90% of games had this like gritty, dull grays and browns and filmy looking visuals and art styles and stuff like that? Everything kind of got like blandish and brownish and grayish. That's kind of how the appearance of every gun lately strikes me. It's just blah. There's nothing like popping out, nothing really, I mean, it doesn't have to be flamboyant, but I mean, you know, something. As for overall, they feel like that meme from The Office where it's like, find the difference between these two images, and it's the same image. That's how almost every weapon has felt lately. They feel like synonyms to each other. I think that's honestly maybe a good way to word it, is these guns just seem like they're synonyms to each other. Not exact, but you know, it's gun A and gun B, but gun B is just gun A adjacent. So I'm a bit more content with where I've seen Black Ops 7 currently at. And now the HUD and mechanics of zombies. Is it much different from Bow 6 or Cold War? Yes, classes still exist and bug me, but whatever, they ain't going anywhere. Personally, I think the Black Ops 3 system was better. I don't like the option to start with whatever. Takes away some of the aspects of zombies, but it is what it is. Points still showing up in the middle of your screen when you get kills, or grenade stuns or distractions, whatever have you that gets you points. Don't like that. Just make the points pop up off of your points bar where it makes sense. Kind of still hate the point system as well. I still think you're at a severe disadvantage, say like in a group after going down or dying, the longer on that you go, if you can't find a way to kill zombies. It's just, I mean, when that's practically the only way to get points and your weapons are pea shooters late game off of respawn, you're fucked. And it becomes unfun as the cycle is just down, death, while everyone else in the lobby is just trucking along fine. Same thing applies if you want to use a different weapon. Well, Timmy, the amount of points and salvage it requires to get more than one weapon triple packed in max tier weapon rarity is about 35 rounds worth of gameplay, so you're going to be here a while if you dare try to use a new gun after round 15, but as far as we can see, they ain't going to change this new system, so once again, gotta deal with it or set sail. The HUD is better than the previous two, although not zombified, another missing element. The character portrait is lame, but maybe it's like Black Ops 6 and only the zombies cast will have those special borders where they're like red with some blood on them and stuff. That's, I mean, should be like that for everything. I don't see why just because it's a, if you're using a poopy whatever doo-doo operator that's not relevant to zombies, still give them the zombies border, man. It shouldn't matter. Like, where every element here counts, so why are you scrapping some crap for this completely unnecessary reason? But I don't know, maybe, and then maybe they'll have special zombified HUDs too, you know, because as it stands right now, it's just like the orange kind of typical HUD that it's got going on. Maybe it gets red and has, you know, because old zombies maps, you know, they had like, every map had like a themed HUD, or, you know, at least they did that in Bow 2 and I think in Bow 3. But I mean, you gotta do that. I mean, just again, every little element counts. It all culminates together. But have to wait and see on that possible zombified HUD, whatever. But for now, it's just fine. It's an HUD. It's not terrible. It's fine. One thing I liked that I wish they did more of, they zombified the ammo crates. Thank God, instead of a bland green box, it's like a wooden crate with the zombie bunny on it, whatever it's called, Mr. Meeseeks or something, I don't know. The zombie bunny's on it, and there's ammo casing stuffed in it. That's one of those smaller things that I said are part of the bigger picture, that grand scheme of thing. Everything that's just like a collective that forms one big, cohesive, amazing atmosphere. It feels like zombies, not assets from multiplayer they just shoved in. They should make the boring armor plates that people aren't fond of more zombies like too. I mean, you know, you've got your ether storyline, whatever. Give them some dark ether crystals growing on them, or even just, again, something as simple as blood stains when you're sliding them into the pouch or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. I'm not some big-ass military person. I don't know what the proper term is, but these visuals, these details, they all matter. I wish I could give an opinion on the upcoming crew, because who you play as carries a heavy weight too. We all remember, you know, fucking Operator Joe Schmo, Mr. Pothead Bob over here, and he grabs a gobble gum and goes, "Tactical gumball acquired," you know. So if the crew returns and is lackluster or limp-dicked, c'est la vie, bye-bye. They gotta be funny or witty or goofy, but not cringe or secondhand embarrassing or obnoxious. They have to find that fine line. The Black Ops 6 crew was lame. Sorry, not sorry. Weaver was mid, that's it. Everyone else sucked. I said it before and I'll say it again, we need a good cast here. Overall, it wasn't a bad first impression for what it was. Good on them for making it available in the beta. I think they've made some decent strides, some areas of improvement for sure. There's always some more greatness to strive for, but this wasn't too bad. Nothing great, but fair. I think I consider it a step in the right direction. A step above Bo 6 and a few above Cold War. I think the best way I can describe it right now is a decent quality Black Ops 3 custom zombies map. That's sort of the vibe, the sort of caliber I'm getting from it, how it feels. And honestly, even if it's at this level for the entirety of Bo 7, it'll be a good take, you know? It'll be one of the best ones in recent years. One of their best probably since Bo 3. I'd say Bo 4, but I only played like 3 of the maps on it, and of those 3, only 2 I played enough to form a proper, like, opinion on. Time will tell. And obviously I'd like to be able to say nothing more than zombies is back, but they gotta prove it and earn it. So what do you think? After seeing and hearing my points and examples. Or did you play it yourself? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear them. Conversations like this are always a joy to have. I like to have them. It's always good to have these open discussions on these topics. Other than that, thanks for hanging around, and I hope you'll swing by again sometime.